I awaken my 12-strand DNA 16 million times a day, keeping the dark and evil spirits at bay. Away, away, away. I am free. I am worthy. I am complete. I am. That was something that just came to me when I was at work one day. King of Wands on the bottom of the deck. You are in your masculine energy. You are in your power, power, power. You know, sometimes when you're having a tough day, you're just supposed to do what you love and everything will fall into place. And you have to remember, God's will be done. It's not my will. It's not what I think it should be. It's what God has in store for us. So it's God's will. God's will be done. Got my Sagittarius bling on today. What? The moon. Illusions coming to light. That which is hidden. I know I say that a lot, but I think a lot of times things have to be revealed in like the onion. One layer at a time, or else it is too much for our human brains. We would just, if we got all of the information all at once. By the way, hey, it's me, Laura Lely. Welcome back to another video. Thank you everyone for stopping by. I really appreciate you all. 9 of Pentacles popped out as I was shuffling, and the King of Wands is on the bottom again, and you saw I've been shuffling. There are going to be some big changes in your money, and it has to do with your passion. It has to do, look at that lion and your strength. The lion in the back, and the torch. This is a Wands card, this is a fire card. It's the King of Wands, fire. Your light, the light, yeah, so your DNA has awakened. More of your DNA has awakened. We're always awakening. When we talk about awakening, I think it's important to understand that when we awaken, we are awakening parts of ourselves that have been dormant. But it's still a part of us that's just been waiting to wake up. The 5 of Swords in reverse. So the battles attempting to keep you stuck have not been successful, and you are not going to keep living in the past and worrying about what was. That's why they make rear view mirrors so small, because it's not about what is behind us. It's about what we are doing in our present moment. Are we doing what we love? Wow, and the 5 of Cups. You're moving, and with the sun behind that, I can't make this up. So you're moving away from lack, nostalgia, and worry, and you're moving into the happiest card of the deck, the sunshine, the sun. And look at how happy she is. I'm walking on sunshine, hey, and don't it feel good? And you've worked hard for this. You have been working very hard, day and night. Boo, boo, and OMG, are you bringing in, you're calling in, you are magnets. What you have been doing by releasing that which no longer serves you, by not worrying about the people that want to battle your new start, your new beginning, and you just allow yourself to be free in your 9 of Pentacles energy, knowing that what you desire desires you, that it's coming into fruition, and you will protect that like you protect your peace with the 7 of Wands. So you are calling in, not only, here comes the sun, na, 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 na. Not only are you calling in your sunshine, you're calling in a new choice, maybe a new relationship. Maybe you have a choice between multiple people. Or maybe you have somebody unbelievable coming into your life that you couldn't even imagine it possible, because people won't believe this. The relationship that is coming in, yes. Wow. What is coming in, what I am picking up with this spread is your past is trying to keep you stuck in the past, but you have said, no, I have fought day and night with the Seven of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles. I have fought for my freedom. I have fought for my independence, and I have done this on my own, and I am sick of doing this alone. And by putting that energy out into the universe, saying I'm ready for something more, you have called in a new beginning with somebody so unbelievable. They're going to be like when pigs fly. See the little piggy flying on the card here? Like your higher self. So I see this card kind of as, at least in this Page of Cups, like your higher self. You're stepping into the power of your highest self. You are your highest version of yourself now, because you have fought tooth and nail to get into this version of yourself. And you have become balanced. You have found a balance of your masculine and feminine energy, of your moon and your sun, which is also masculine and feminine. And you have allowed, the art of allowing. So you have allowed things to come into fruition and allowed God to get everything in place that needs to be in place. The moment you had the desire, however long ago it's been now, for whatever it is that you've been desiring, maybe the person, this doesn't have to be a lover, but it is a choice in something, in a new beginning. The Lover's card was known as a choice card before the Lovers. But it is a choice of a new beginning, and you may have multiple options, is what's coming through. And you already see that, you feel that, oh my goodness, you've been planning for this. And by planning, by knowing the good works that you have been doing are bringing in the fruitions of your heart space, because God says, ask and it is given. And so it is. And when you know that, when you have so much faith, it started out the size of a mustard seed, but your faith has become so big, you have moved all of the mountains that were once blocking your path. And everything you have desired is coming in now, because your Chariot card is here. Bringing in, it's the movement of the energy. It's finally coming into fruition. You're released from the Eight of Swords, being stuck in your head, stuck in thoughts that no longer serve your current energy. And so when you see the Eight of Swords card, you know that you are this girl who was looking in the mirror. You have set yourself free. When you turn this card around, the Eight of Swords reversed, is you realizing that those strings were never tight, and that blindfold could come right off. And all you had to do was believe that everything your heart was desiring, instead of worrying about when will it get here and how will it get here, you released the worry and said, God's plan is the only plan. God's power is the only power. And you said, God, I am so grateful for every single part of the plan, even though a lot of times it does not make sense, and sometimes it hurts, and sometimes it feels icky, and sometimes it doesn't seem fair. But I understand that God would never, ever leave me out in the cold, because I know that my knowingness, my faith, is bigger than my fear, and I allow God's plan to unfold in divine timing. And God is so proud of you for all that you have done and all that you have battled with this Nine of Wands here. You're still standing. Do you see that? You're still standing. You wounded warrior. You are no longer wounded. You are a warrior, and God is proud of you. You have been fierce. You have fought hard for what you are receiving, because it is big. It is huge. It's monumental. A love of a lifetime. Finally found the love of a lifetime. because you spoke your truth and you said, I know what I deserve. And for a very long time, you did not feel like you deserved any good things because you felt so bad. You had so much shame and so much guilt and so much trauma and just ideas and feelings and thoughts of your past that you were allowing to be, that people would help you keep that old version of you alive. They would do whatever they could to talk about your past and how, remember when you did this? Remember when you did that? And you're like, yeah, I do, but I'm not that person anymore. You're not that person anymore. We all change and we all grow unless we allow ourselves, we stay stunted. Blackberry cucumber. Bubbly water. But yeah, you are speaking your truth, and by speaking your truth, your 10 of Cups, your happy family, your wish fulfillments, because we have not only the 9 of Pentacles, but the 10 of Cups. 2 very good cards, because the 9 of Pentacles is like your wish is coming true card. And then the 10 of Cups, the happy family, you see the family on there with the kids playing and the rainbow and all the good stuff. So whatever it is that your heart desire, whatever it is that you asked God for a long time ago, is coming in fast, with the 8 of Wands coming out next. And when you know, with the Ace of Wands and the 8 of Wands, you know that which your heart desires is coming into fruition, and that you had to go through what you went through so that you could have a better perspective on things, because your perspective is going to be needed coming up soon. Yeah, because you had the 10 of Swords. You've been stabbed in the back every way possible. You went through every hardship possible. You went through things that people wouldn't even believe if you told them. The devil said, come back, I need you, I miss you, your energy, it's so tasty. And you said, nope, I see the illusion. You are an illusion. The devil is an illusion, and it will work, that energy of the devil will work through whoever and whatever is available to get to your tasty energy. But you knew, you could feel, you've seen it. It's not your first rodeo, so it took a few, however many times it took that many times for you to see the devil fighting for your energy, planting seeds of doubt, of fear, of lack, of addictions, of suffering, things that make you suffer, worthiness issues with shame, with guilt. And you said, that's not who I am. I know who I am. I am God's divine child. I am God's golden child of light. I am love. I am truth. I am here for something bigger than whatever it was that I didn't believe that I was worthy of. I am here for it all. And the devil has been fighting and having flying monkeys come to try to get you. But you are so balanced now. With the Temperance card out here, you have found that balance, and justice is being served. And I think that is the note we will end this reading on. It was short and sweet, but God said, do what you love and love what you do. And you guys know I love bringing through readings and just reading the energies that are occurring. You are not going to have to be pinching pennies any longer. That which you have been longing for is coming in. Yes, cycles, the cycles that were keeping you in lackluster, I'm hearing, that were holding you hostage to a version of you that is dead and gone, that's over with. Yeah, I'm just going to do one more tarot deck to see, but I do have the 6 of Wands on the bottom here, so victory is yours. Any other messages? God, thank you for these messages and for keeping your warriors strong even when it feels like it's the never-ending story. Yeah, of heartache. The never-ending story of heartache. But God says, from all that you've endured, In come your Ace of Pentacles. In comes all of your heart's desires, all that you have worked so hard for, because you stayed faithful, because you said, I'm not giving up, even when you had 10 more challenges sent to you. Even when, so your energy would keep going higher, and then things would be sent to you to try to bring you back down, to bring your vibration into a lower state. Yeah, with the Five of Wands coming out again, there is a fight for your energy, for you to stay in a low vibration is what is coming through. But you chose, yeah, you chose your heart. You said, I'm not going to buy into the illusion of things that no longer serve me. I'm not going to stay stuck in not making a decision. I am going to choose myself. And when you made that choice, it was almost like an alarm went off into all of the archangels, all of God's army, to come in and support this new beginning. When your energy finally shifted, yes, this new beginning, Four of Wands, your solid foundation. You had to go through everything you had to go through. Everything had to fall apart so you could build it back up with your energy, with your idea, with your desires, with your heart space, so that God could bring you, wow, we're just repeating the whole message, bringing in your Nine of Pentacles once again, because you chose yourself, and that is not easy. It's not easy to say, I am going to put on my air mask first, because it looks on the outside to many people like you were being selfish. But all you were doing was saying, hey, look, I know I have a lot to offer this world, but in order to get to that which I have to bring to the world, I must heal, yes, with the star here, I must heal that old version. I must heal that little child in me, that wounded child that was traumatized and went through hell and back a million times in millions of ways that people have not heard about or even knew existed. But that's what made your heart stronger with the Ace of Cups. Your faith in God only brought you into your wish come true. Yeah, and you were carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders with the Ten of Wands coming out here. And you've been doing it alone. And you have created for yourself an energy and an aura and a strength in an army of God's army, God's people, God's angels, benevolent, loving energies of light and dark. So you have brought in a balance of God's army assisting you. Even those who were once fighting for the dark side, have come to the light because of the faith that they have. Because of your faith being so strong, there have been a shift in energies that were once working for the dark. They have come and taken your side, because you are the Empress, because you have built something so desirable that they said that it would be silly for them to not come and choose the light at this point. You've been on quite a journey. And I just keep hearing how bravo, 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 door to value. You have found your value, and you have seen the light, and you have realized that until you saw the light within you, then everyone else was going to abuse that light. If you did not see how bright you were shining, then people would either use that light and use it to create their own world, or they would just try to hide it and cover it up and make you feel like you didn't have any light and there was nothing good, and just take what you can get. You're lucky you have what you have. But you, again, look at the sun came out again the second time, confirming you've worked so hard to get here. Sixth chakra, Archangel Metatron, and Archangel Metatron is protecting you and guiding you now. You have shifted into a higher dimension, higher timeline. You are here for bigger things than you understand. There are bigger fish to fry, is what is coming through. But the sixth chakra is your third eye. So your third eye is awakening, and I did have that card earlier. And your second chakra, Archangel Ariel. So your root, your sacral. You've healed your sacral. Card 36, which is a 9, and I haven't really looked at the numbers at all, but you are number 1. Oh, and it is time for your cornucopia. And that's an 11. Yes. It's just been a long journey, but you've been strategic. You've had quite a strategy. There was a contract that you had to fulfill in order to get into this, to rise into this next level of what you are rising into, which it's a surprise. It sounds like it's a surprise. But God has helped you. The angels have helped you. God's army has helped you be strategic in order with every movement. I'm hearing the art of war. Wow. The Chariot again, when I split the deck. Yeah, you are moving. This energy is moving. There are a lot of forces that are still trying to block this. But God says, that's a big, big mistake. Huge, huge mistake. Don't interfere with God's plans. And even little things that seem like it was all you, there have been energies orchestrating behind the scenes, kind of like the devil with the strings. There has been other energies pulling strings. But don't worry, God sees everything. And that's what I think a lot of people are really failing to believe. They really won't give God any credit. And it's like, God's going to make you give God credit. That's what's about to happen now. You're going to learn today. You're going to learn today. Because there are no hard times in the kingdom. God appreciates me. Therefore, I am appreciated by man. My success is divinely designed. And my supply comes from God. And now appears like mushrooms overnight. Take it easy and see the salvation of the Lord. In other words, be still and know that I am. And yes, I am the daughter of the King. My rich Father now pours out his abundance upon me. I am the daughter of the King. Everything makes way for me now. These were some of the sayings I believe I heard on, I can't think of his name right now, Joseph Murphy. Some of the lectures I listened to that he did. But yeah, you are moving into new, you might be moving, you might be traveling. But you're going to be victorious. Glorious. It's glorious. Yes, the tower had to fall. There may be some towers coming, but they're happy towers. They're going to be happy little towers that make space, and out with the old, in with the new, bringing in that which you are worthy of and you've always been worthy of. The angel of balance, so that's just like the temperance card. Again, everything. This is a repeating message. It's saying, oh wow, and the happy family, which is the 10 of cups. It's all happening. It's all happening. But God sees everything. God hears everything. God feels everything. All the intentions of your heart, of what you feel towards others, what you say about others, nothing is hidden from God. And that's the beauty of it. When we can say, I forgive, I release you to God, God be with you now, instead of trying to get even, instead of trying to, an eye for an eye, instead of doing any of that, knowing that God's plan is the only plan. When you say, hey, this isn't my battle to fight. God wants us to give all of our battles to God, but everyone thinks that they have to control everything. But God says, I'm going to use you as a lesson or a story. When you allow God, when you say, I surrender, God, use me. I am a vessel for you. Please show me the way. I am here to do your work, your good works. Then God will use you in ways that seem out of this world, that seem, I'm hearing extraterrestrial, and then I heard extracurricular, but things that Too good to be true. Like diamonds on the soles of your shoes. Like money falling out of the moon. So yeah, your life is going to seem like a movie, like the best movie. No one could have wrote the script better than God. And anyone that tried to rewrite your script, God saw you. God's not done with you. God is not done with you. And I feel bad for anyone who tries to interfere, who thinks they know better for somebody's life and path and thinks, well, I need to do all of these things to make sure that their life goes a certain way. Big mistake, because God has a plan and we have to have faith in God's plan and knowing that everything is always working out, even when it looks like everything is falling apart. That's just part of God's plan. And when we have that faith and we have that knowingness that everything is truly okay, things are going to get pretty exciting. It's pretty magical. I am a black sheep, and hell yeah, I am a tarot reader, and I'm so glad you all stopped by. Thank you so much for coming here and watching this video, for clicking on this video. And even if you're just laughing right now, that's fine. God's laughing too, because God's like, you just wait. You all just wait. The point is having faith and knowing that even though it looks like somebody's life might be falling apart, or you might have got somebody set up for a bunch of things to happen that were bad, no one should feel good about that, first and foremost. But second, God will use the people that you try to break down. God will lift them up and exalt them. And Jairus' resurrected daughter. What was I going to say? There was something about on The Chosen. It's a good series if you haven't watched it already. But anyways, I don't know where we were going with any of this. Just know that success is incoming, and you heard God and you heeded God's voice. And those around you that try to stop you or block you or try to make your life hard or difficult, they will be experiencing some things that do not seem fair, and they will wonder, well, what did I do to deserve this? But you don't block anyone who has a big mission here on earth, especially if you are privy to some information, but you act like you're not. So anyone out there who has had feels like somebody has tried to stop or hold back your plan or your power or your purpose, I pray for them. And I think we should all pray for anyone who has ever tried to come against us, because we know deep in our hearts that we have a mission here and that we will fulfill that mission, whether people try to stop us or not. But people will soon understand and see that God don't play. God don't play. All right. I love you all. Thank you so much for stopping by. And I will catch you on the next one. Remember, wake up and dream big. And if you build it, they will come. I love you. I mean it. Mwah. Bye.